Well, Greg and I are representing our family today, and so we said if you have anything you want to share, let us know, and the emails just kept coming in, so I'm sorry. I don't want to make this go too long, but there are things we wanted to share. And just to set you all straight, the by Josh, that is from my niece Alexis when she was like a toddler.
That's great.
Barbara was with her somewhere, and she just thought that was the cutest expression. So that's where that one's from. My mother sent a note about Barbara. When Bill and I became high school sweethearts, Barbara became the sister I'd never had. Her sweet personality made it easy for us to become close. When Bill went away to the Army, his family knew how serious we were and began including me in family events. An important part of our relationship was feeling close to Bill while he was away. When the family traveled to Oklahoma to visit Bill, I was invited along. As she often reminisced, when Grandma used all the sugar to bake a chocolate cake, Barbara knew Bill was coming home. In 1946, 14-year-old Barbara was the youngest member of our wedding party. My roommate Marge had a lovely pink dress with a blue sash. Mother Victor made an identical dress for Barbara in blue with a pink sash. We think Barbara probably helped Jim put rocks in the hubcaps of our honeymoon car. And as we mentioned before, their contacts became less frequent as everyone was getting married, moving their families around, and raising their families. But special times during those years were reunions at the Reinhardt Farm, Sarah Lake, McCormick's Creek State Park. And we did see Barbara's family more frequently during our 3 years in New Jersey. Then later, when we all started wintering in Hawaii, that was a really special time, which Greg really talked about already, the Royal Hawaiian Band concerts and family picnics at sunset. We loved to watch, Marty loved to watch for the green flash when the sun went in the water. And those were such special times. And Jill and Barbara also included me in PEO luncheons, where I realized what an impact Barbara had made on their chapter. Memories I have more than I can repeat here now, but then most of you share most of them. Barbara was a loving, gracious lady. My little sister and dear friend. I'm sorry. Besides being my auntie, Barbara was also my sister in PEO and a wonderful friend. She was a good listener. Every time we talked, we shared a giggle. And she was so supportive as Norm and I were raising our children. She and Marty were another set of grandparents to Kelly and Michael. And she and Marty were a very special part of our lives. And we will always cherish those memories. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try and share Bill's comments, which are pretty funny. My brother Bill is also very sorry. He's physically unable to be here today, but he's with us in spirit. He says, my family deeply regrets our inability to be there today. Bill is dependent upon wife Helena and son Jack as he continues to convalesce from surgery. Helena and Jack also are active with Bill Sr. and Pat as they need help occasionally. Max is busy at Indiana University and Alexis is at University of Georgia. So Bill says, when Barbara was in college when I was little. As always, many of my memories have a mechanical vehicle of some sort included. Barbara had a yellow Plymouth convertible. He thinks it was in 1954. We were visiting Grandma and Grandpa Victor during good weather, and we were to drive drive somewhere for a family visit. Barbara was taking her car, and I got to go with her on this trip with the top down. My first ride in a convertible with the top down. Barbara and Marty got married at Christmas time in 1958. Is that right? Marty had grown up going to summer camp in Wisconsin and continued to go to Trout Lake as a counselor at Camp Red Arrow. Bill's got these question marks in there. We went to Trout Lake for a family reunion, and Marty had his boat there. I tried water skiing for the first time. Marty was very patient as I went around the lake underwater. I was so uncoordinated I could not get up on the skis. And this is something I think all the cousins remember, is water skiing on Marty's boat. Barbara and Marty and kids lived on Mumford Drive in Urbana. Marty was teaching and had a Vespa scooter he used to commute to school. On one of our visits to their house, Marty took me for a ride on the Vespa. Another first. Another family reunion at Lake Sarah near Effingham gave Marty a second opportunity to exercise his patience by dragging me around that lake underwater. Still too clumsy to get up on the skis. By 1973, Barbara and Marty and family were living in Storrs, and Marty had become a professor of math at the University of Connecticut. They had a getaway place on Hamilton Reservoir where they spent most of the summer. They were very kind in letting me invite myself to stay with them for a week. I arrived from Cincinnati on my Moto Guzzi Eldorado motorcycle. Barbara and Marty's nephew, Charlie Wolfe, was there to spend the week also. Marty had a great philosophy on how Charlie and I would earn our keep that week. Get up early, eat a good breakfast, work hard until lunch, and play in the afternoon, which I believe was the consistent philosophy. Work in the morning, then play. As for the work, I wonder if Marty had saved a particular tree stump down by the lake for just such a visit by the relatives. Charlie and I had a great week. For the play part, we were in the water every day. I bought a pair of large beginner's water skis with large foot holders in Sturbridge. Marty still had the red and white Shell Lake runabout with 40 horsepower out. See, Bill has all these details, with which he dragged me around Hamilton Reservoir underwater with new skis. I was still too uncoordinated and too big and heavy. He was 6'4", 240 pounds, for Marty's boat to get me up. Fortunately, their friends across the lake had a jet-propelled boat with a V8 driving the boat. Voila, I finally got up on water skis. Once I learned the technique, I was even able to get up on the skis behind Marty's boat. Whatever the location over the years, our visits were always notable for the warm hospitality and the genuine sense of family that Barbara and Marty believed in them. We miss them. With love from Bill.